Greetings! Welcome to the weekly watch list. I am your host, the Option Addict from www.tradingaddicts.com. Here with some weekend market analysis, some technical analysis, and hopefully a big slug of profitable trading ideas. Let's fire it up. So for starters, the fact that the S&P wasn't able to get outside of this 975 area is pretty important. We faced the same challenge last week, and we all know how Monday kicked off. We saw a pullback. We saw a sharp one. As it stands right now, index futures are trading quite a bit lower overnight, pointing towards a hot mess of a lower open. So that's something we got to be cautious of. A print above 875 here is pretty important. I think if we go a little bit higher and the S&P trades outside of this area, we go a lot higher. But the fact that the market wasn't willing to put it on the line, wasn't able to trade up and beyond that level on Friday, has me thinking that we'll probably see another sharp lower open here on Monday. And as to whether or not that's going to be a buyable dip, I think that remains to be seen. So until we can get beyond 875, I think that's where you got to start to look to take profits. Now, there's a lot of good setups that are out there, don't get me wrong. As I look through all the watch lists and mess that I have, there's a lot of good looking technical setups, both to the long side and to the short side. I've had a hard time shorting this market as of late, and I've been net long for the last couple of months. Been doing pretty good with that, but it's been pretty tough to short this market. There hasn't been a whole lot of stocks that have wanted to go down. The more times we test 875 and we fail to get beyond it, and the market will probably get a little bit easier to short. And until we get beyond 875, I imagine we probably try to grind out a shoulder of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So we've got a shoulder heading up through here, a head, and maybe a test of about 800, 820. We probably just grind out another shoulder off here until we can finally get outside of 875. So when and if we do print 875, get long, get very long. I think the S&P will puke higher. In terms of buyable dips, sellable rips, a couple of breakouts and breakdowns, I'm going to throw these at you, so take a look. Now onto the price patterns. They're everywhere this week, so don't think that the list that I've provided here is the only good looking setups that are out there. I mean, I could have created a 2-hour video to show all the different technical setups that are out there. So I'll show you what I've got right now, and then of course throughout the week we'll be developing these watch lists. We'll be adding to them, subtracting from them, so make sure you check those out. But let's start off with a couple of new looks this week. First I'm going to start off in retail with Nordstrom, and we'll also look at Gap. But retail has obviously been pretty darn strong, and the way prices are coiling up through here, we've got a nice little continuation pattern in a lot of these stocks. Nordstrom is one, Gap is the other, and you can see pretty much the same pattern going on through here, a pattern of higher lows, good resistance area built right around 15.5. So if retail stocks want to print beyond this, I think you got to look to the Gap and Nordstrom. We might see a little bit of continuation there. Also in the land of triangles, going out to the shippers, we've got NAT. Been watching the stock, this pattern set up here for quite a while, so I'm looking for a breakout in either direction, to be quite honest. Also, take a look at KEX, ticker symbol KEX. It's like we had the ascending triangle here consolidating this week, and we finally got the breakout. So as the market opens lower here tomorrow, you might want to look to buy a dip if prices hold right around 30. Take a look now at ticker symbol MHP, McGraw-Hill. Nice little bull flag setup, nice little breakout. Prices retest down to around 28, 27.75. And if prices hold there, you might be able to buy into that. Also take a look at GPI. We were tracking this one last week. Really good looking breakout of a ascending triangle. Again, a lower open on Monday means we might be able to come back and buy a dip right in the ballpark of around 17, so I'm going to be watching that myself. Next I've got Treadgear, ticker symbol TG. Same thing, good looking triangle, just running up here, and it's been testing 18. I think as soon as it gets through 18, 19, then the stock goes up to 20, 21, so on and so forth. check out the refiners. I'm loving the setups here, and I'll be aware there's going to be a huge move here. I haven't totally determined whether or not it's higher or lower, but if you look at Western, here, it looks like it's getting ready. Once it prints 14, the stock's going to go to 15, 16, 17 in a hurry. But not only Western, take a look at TSO. Got a nice little symmetrical triangle coiling up here. The last couple days for the refiners have been hot. They've also got Marathon Oil in the breakouts list. I'm sure you saw that, taking out its recent highs. Next, let's look at a couple with a little bit more of a bearish bent to them. SIGM got a descending triangle setting up here, and looks like a fadeable rip right through here at about 12.5, which I think you might be able to ride that down to 11. And then, of course, if the stock breaks, it's going quite a bit lower. A lot of weakness here in the stock. Next, we'll look at Murphy Oil. Same thing. Looks like we've been just setting up a nice little descending triangle through here. Prices hold. You might be able to short into this as it comes back down to test the lows. Maybe even break down. We'll look over at gold miners. Ticker symbol IAG. Look for a breakout here. I think a gold's in a spot where it wants to move here. The miners have been looking pretty good, especially at the end of last week. And IM Gold is just about ready to pop. Also in energy, Anadarko Petroleum, APC. Technically, we got the breakout on Friday, so if prices can hold right around 44, I think this might be a viable dip opportunity. And then last but not least, EMS. I've already got it drawn out here, but symmetrical triangle. To me, it looks like this might break to the downside. So this will be something maybe to short into on a breakdown of about 31.30. So quick and dirty, that's how I like it. That's been the watch list this week. If you have any questions, please hit us up at www.tradingaddicts.com. And as always, that's been the weekly watch list. Thanks for watching. Have a good one.
We've got to protect our phony baloney job, gentlemen. We must do something about this immediately. Immediately. Harumph, 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 harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph? You watch your ass.